Back with BehdetyTv, where we like to shine light on all our stars. You back with BehdetyTv, where we like to shine light on all our stars. You tuned in with BehdetyTv here today. Alright, what it do, family? We back with another one here on BehdetyTv. What it do, family? We back with another one here on BehdetyTv. And being honest, shit, when you doing that, make you work on yourself anyway, because you ain't looking at nobody else. You ain't looking at what another nigga doing. You exactly. Like, I gotta better myself.
Exactly.
Every time. Now, I see you was in the Tubi movie too. My boy, a Tubi star.
Yeah. I'm really an actor too on the love for real.
Sure. What's the name of the movie you was in? Or the show?
It was called Two Brothers. It's still on Tubi if you want to go see it. I got some scenes in there. It was based in like the early 2000s if I ain't mistaken. But it was something about like it was this kid that was like this like upcoming rap star at the time or whatever, and it was a whole playoff like that. I can't remember the whole storyline. I know I'm in the scenes where they had like a little rap battle, and like I said, it was like based in the early 2000s. We was all like in big clothes, all that. So yeah.
How did you get your role in that movie?
I found out about it through my cousin on the Wildlife 100. That's on Grown Man. He was in it, so he told me about it and introduced me to the director of it and the whole directing team or whatever. So I ended up locking in with them, and yeah, that's how that went about.
Now you said you got a relationship with Miss Mulatto. Where that came, or Mulatto? Where did that come from?
Man, shout out Mulatto, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna sit here and say like we just like the most locked in, super locked in, nothing like that. But around that time, especially like that What You Want time, like 2000, meeting everybody, I got real locked in with her DJ, man. Shout out DJ Vaughn. Shout out Rico. As part of he part of her team too. And at the time, she had a manager that I was cool with too. I don't think they work together no more, but she had a manager I was cool with too. So they kind of like, I met them through just being outside and just being in like certain areas. Like they was just cool, as well as like, especially with Vaughn, my DJ was cool with his DJ type jump. So it was kind of like, it just all just kind of clicked. And then I ended up, it was crazy because remember I told you I was with Jayykillah too at the time.
Yeah.
So him, and I used to go to the studio with him, and one of the studios he went to was the same studio she would go to. So it all like came together. Like I used to be around like everybody kind of all in like the same type of rooms. And I used to be around her. She always just show love. She always just say, me and Brad used to look alike. And then she used to I still on my Instagram to this day. She shouted my song out too. She made a little video. She was like, to What You Want. She was saying What You Want out now. And she was just showing love, but I ain't got nothing bad to say about a lot of like shit.
What You Want really put you in the industry. What other artists they reach out to? We back here with another one at BehdetyTV. We like to shine a light on all our stars, and today we got Jaykillah.
What's going on, man? You good?
Yeah. What about you? Now, I had seen you was finna be managed by Jakari.
Man.
But before we get into that, you feel me? It's gonna be a good one.
Hey, let's get into it then.
We gonna start about your upbringing. Where you from, family?
I'm originally from Riverdale, Georgia, so that's Clayton County, for the people that might not know.
Southside.
Yeah, I was born out there, and I moved right before I went to middle school. I moved to South Fulton, and I grew up there the rest of my childhood in South Fulton.
Did you have both your parents in your life?
Yeah, I had my mom and my dad.
So you moved because your parents was just like, shit, we got a new job or something like that?
Nah, we moved because my neighborhood was getting bad, I ain't gonna lie. For real.
What was going on?
The typical shootouts, niggas, fighting, niggas, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to like keep me on the right path, so they didn't want me like just around certain stuff. So we moved from Riverdale to this little city called Fairburn. If y'all know, that's in South Fulton or whatever. But it be like that everywhere. I don't think you could really avoid it. Everywhere got their own little stuff going on, you feel me? You just gotta stay focused, have your own mind.
Yeah, some places just worse than others. Cause when you said, I ain't gonna lie, when you said South Fulton, I'm about to say,
yeah,
South Fulton ain't much better than Riverdale. To be honest,
they older though, so like you ain't gonna really know unless you like my age. You really running around like you in the mix, like you really seeing like okay, yeah, it's like that out here too.
Okay. Now, how did that move affect you?
It changed my life for real because I feel like I wouldn't have met a lot of the people that I ended up meeting along the way if I wouldn't have made that move. So I couldn't tell you where I'd be now.
Like who?
For one, I met my brother. I met my brother Brand after I made that move. If y'all don't know, my brother Lil Brand, he do music as well. I met him in 6th grade. we grew up together for real from 6th grade to now. We've been locked in.
For sure. Now we got an interview with Brand too. If y'all want to go check that out, go check that out. But today we talking about Jayykillah. You feel me? Shout out to Brand though.
Nah,
But,
for sure. I met him. I met a lot of people. A lot of people at my schools and everything. Like I met a lot of people.
I heard Honcho went to your school.
Yeah, he went to my high school.
Cardi went there for a minute.
Yeah, he went to my high school too. He was a little older than us, but he went to my high school too.
For sure. What class you graduated in?
I graduated in 2018, class of 2018.
Oh damn, yeah. Cardi is a little bit older.
Yeah.
ATL Jacob was in your class too, because Brand said he was in your class. So.
Now he was there when I was there. I remember Jacob.
You got any stories with Jacob?
Yeah, me and Jacob, I mess with Jacob. I don't after we graduated, I used to see him a lot, like around like little different industry events and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of that boy. I remember back in school, like you wouldn't even like imagine him like what he was working on. Like he was real like laid back and quiet, but it wasn't even like he was just back there like chilling. Like he was back there grinding. Like Shotty was on the laptop making beats back then, like Fruity Loops like back then.
Yeah,
headphones on, like he wasn't talking. He was really locked in back then. That jump was real. And then sweet graduate Shotty blew.
You got any beats from him?
I need one. For real. I need one. We ain't locked in, but I would definitely want to do that.
Yeah,
On some south side.
You gonna have to get that one out there for sure. Now I seen your latest song is Grown Man with One by like 100. Tell me a little bit about that. How you came up with that song?
Yeah, me and him really was overdue for a collab. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, for people that don't know, you know that's my blood cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Like we grew up around each other and everything. He really helped me get into his music when I first was graduating from high school. So, like I said, was supposed to lock one in, and the time came around. I had an open verse on this one song. I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do with it, and shoot, he put a little bug in my ear. He said, "Hey, you know, you ever want to feature? Like, just let me know." So I was like, I just put 2 and 2 together. Told him to come to the studio, and we locked in and made magic. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's one of my bigger songs right now, for real.
For sure. I seen the music video where you come up with the whole concept of everything. And I seen One Big Homie, Kodak, was in the video. Yeah.
Shout out to boy Kodak, or One Big Homie. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he was in the video too. We had him in there. And shout out Dior Slim. I mess with her too. She was like the lead actress in that too.
Okay. How you going with the thought for the music video?
I ain't gonna lie, like we were just being creative for real. Like I'm the type of artist, like I be hands on when it come to my music videos and my music, so I always try to think outside the box. So we was like, okay, Grown Man, how can we make a video spinning off the Grown Man? I talked to my team, and you know, it came about like, you know, the movie Baby Boy.
Mm-hmm.
So it came about like a lot of the scenes in Baby Boy related to being a grown man. So we basically took a lot of the major scenes and clips from that movie and just put that into the video.
For sure. Now speaking on management, we gonna come back to the song. But speaking on management, you was about to be managed by Jakari. How did that? Or where did that come from?
First of all, shout out to Jakari.
Shout out to Jakari.
He definitely be doing his thing, man. Yeah, me and him around like 2020, me and him had started locking in. I had a song that was getting a crazy buzz at the time, so I was like meeting and working with a lot of influencers around that time. I was meeting so many different people. But me and him ended up like locking in like on a personal level for real. And he had a management situation going on. He was managing certain people like Visaya. I don't know if you know her, but she got a lot of motion. And he was managing a couple other people. So just being with him every day and just being around, like he was like, you know, he kind of brought it to my attention. Like, hey, you know, I got this going on. Like, if you want, like, you could, you feel me, come with me. So, you know, it was something that was kind of left open-ended. We ain't really solidify nothing, or we ain't like sign no paperwork. I didn't do nothing like that or nothing like that. But it was just kind of like if you need it, it's there type of thing. So that's kind of how that went about for real. It wasn't like no bad blood or nothing like that. Like he just wanted to see me win. So it was like he was kind of like just, you feel me, looking out.
So did you not sign a management deal, or you just was like, she was gonna keep it on some like, we partners?
I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't, but we ain't really get to that point. I just left it like how it was.
So right now you still an independent artist?
Yeah.
Everything independent?
I've been independent my whole career. Everything I done did.
How you feel about that? Do you want to be signed?
No.
Well,
The plan really is to have my own label. Like I got my own label situation now. Obviously, like the bigger I get, the bigger that's gonna get. But like that been my plan since the jump, like to have my own label.
Now you trying to sign artists too. Now you know it's like a thing where an artist sign another artist. They ain't always looked at it as like, you feel me?
I ain't gonna do it no time soon though. It's like a long term plan. So when I done did my due diligence as an artist, I'ma step more into that.
Okay, where you see yourself going in 2024 with your music?
A lot gonna happen in 2024. I'm working on my upcoming single right now. It's gonna be called "Cool as a Fan." Y'all be on the lookout for that. It's coming out probably within the next month or whatever. We're gonna do a big rollout for that. That's gonna be a movement, and then leading into that is gonna be my debut mixtape.
Okay.
So that's gonna be my first project I put out. So that's what we're looking at for 2024.
Now, I seen you had a cosign or Coy Grand did a trilogy. That was Grown Man.
Nah, that wasn't even Grown Man. That was so boom. You remember the song? I was just telling. I just met all them people like Jayykillah, all them folks, and my song was buzzing so much. I started like getting to know names of people in Atlanta. Like it started like to where like a lot of people, especially in the southern region, I started to meet. She a big influencer down there in Miami. I don't know if you've ever been down there, but she do her thing down there. So we ended up chopping it up in the DMs or whatever, whoop to whoop. And I ain't gonna lie, she ended up making a trailer to it. Like she made a little video. She was at this little mansion. Like she made like a little video of my song and stuff. It went up too for real. Like
yeah, that's lit. She almost got 1 million followers, so I expected it to go up. So
man,
that was
shout out her, man. I needed
sure.
that. That was love. That was love.
For sure. Now I might be wrong, because I was already just wrong. But that was for What You Want then.
Yeah, that was for What You Want.
Okay,
that
your
was
biggest
the song. That's my biggest song today. It got like over 50,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's got the streams is up there as well.
With the cameo of Brand too. Now, how you came up with that? And who else was in that song? Is it cameo?
I had Famous Ocean and Kung Fu. They real big, especially out here in Atlanta. They real big. They doing their thing right now too with the music. But I had Famous Ocean and Kung Fu. They was my leading actresses in that video. We was real out there too. Like I got a lot of love for them. They looked out.
And we came with that song from, cause I seen Shawty was out the window singing like, it took it back to like the 80s or something. All you needed was a boom box.
Nah, for real. Once again, bro, I get creative, especially when it comes to videos, cause like I said, I'm independent, so like how well I market my music is how well I'm gonna blow up.
Yeah,
so
that's a fact.
I be on that for real. Like I be trying to think outside the box, just do little stuff people gonna be like, what? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Now, fast forward a little bit. We got to the billboards for Big Dogs.
Yeah. So this is after that song, Billboards, Big Dogs. That was probably like a couple years after I had that buzz. This was one of my next singles after that. That was a part of the rollout. I had 5 billboards. I had 5 billboards in my city. I one and only independent artist that did that. Like I had 5 billboards in my city.
Where was your billboards at?
It was on. It really everywhere. It was on. I had one on Cascade. I had one on Washington Road. I had one on Memorial Drive, if I ain't mistaken. I had one in the city. It was in Buckhead. And then I had another one somewhere. I can't remember.
All great spots for a billboard, especially if you want us to see that, John. For
real. It's still, if you go check out the Big Dogs music video, it's still in there. You can see all the, you can see, we had the drone out there. You could see what the billboard looked like and all back then. Like, it was a movement, bro.
Now, did you see yourself doing this from a kid, being an artist, or?
I didn't at all. I ain't think about rapping till like I'm getting ready to get out of high school. I was gonna go to college and go a whole another route. You know what I mean? Like as far as like in life. But I ain't gonna lie, I had fell in love with the music once I actually started. Like it's like you kind of grow a passion to where it's like I kind of can't live without it. It's like I really like doing this, and it's a form of expression. I get to get stuff off my chest, and I get to talk for people that can't always get to talk. So it's like I felt like it was like a purpose thing. Like it really gave me like a purpose and really opened like my mind and stuff.
Okay. Now I see in your music, you don't got the typical, I guess you could say, Atlanta music that's going on right now, because Atlanta has caught its own wave of drill. You're not in that right now. You know what I'm saying? So
nah, I ain't. Yeah, you ain't gonna really see me in the drill lane. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
You ain't gonna really see me there.
What made you shape yourself to be something different? You know what I'm saying? Cause you from Atlanta.
Yeah, I was born and raised out here, and I be in the mix too. Like a lot of these folks that got what they got going on. Like they know about me and everything, but it's like once again, like I'm just my own man, bro. Like I have a certain particular like type of way that I like to make music, and I like certain music I like to listen to. So the music I make is the type of music I like to listen to. I like to listen to like music that got a good vibe, good message, that's really like kind of like more so upbeat or like uplifting, I say, or like they just, they just got a good vibe to it, man. I'm just not necessarily like no big super gangster rapper or nothing like that. Like I leave that up to other artists. Like I just like making good music.
For sure. How do you feel about the drill wave? Do you feel any way about it?
I respect it. I mean, you do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I salute everybody that doing whatever they got going on, but it just ain't me, for real. I just got to do me, for real.
Now, I feel like that's a good thing about Atlanta, too. It's so many different waves. Like, you can hop on and you can be a lyricist. You can be a storyteller.
Yeah.
You can be a melodic artist. And then you can have your little drill rap, so.
And that's the thing, too. Like, that's the type of music I grew up on. I grew up on I came up in the era where it's like the Futures, the Thugs, the Rich Homies, the, shit, you want to throw Schoolie in there, the, like the melodic rapping type sound. So, like, I don't know. I stuck with that for real, cause I feel like that's Atlanta. Like if you think of what Atlanta sound like, you gonna think of that. Yeah. You either gonna think of that or you gonna think of like before them it was like obviously like Jeezy, T.I., like the big trap like era. You gonna think of one of them two sounds.
But Atlanta always had like it's kind of like low key peace side where niggas ain't too much. I guess you could say self snitch, cause in extent I'm not speaking on nobody particularly, but when it comes down to drill music in general, it's kind of self-snitching it, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta's always been like, if you know, you know. Other than that, we just chilling.
Yeah.
We gonna make
we ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah, you feel me? You know, you know. You in the mix,
you in the mix.
We ain't
gonna say too much. That's how I feel too. We ain't gonna say too much.
Now, I seen you got a relationship with Miss Mulatto. Where did that come from?
Man, shout out Mulatto, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna sit here and say like we just like the most locked in, super locked in, nothing like that, but around that time, especially like that what you want time, like I was meeting everybody, I got real locked in with her DJ, man. Shout out DJ Vaughn. Shout out Rico. That's part of he part of her team too. And at the time, she had a manager that I was cool with too. I don't think they work together no more, but she had a manager I was cool with too. So they kind of like I met them through just being outside and just being in like certain areas. Like they was just cool, as well as like especially with Vaughn, my DJ was cool with his DJ type jump. So it was kind of like, it just all just kind of clicked. And then I ended up, it was crazy because, remember I told you I was with Jayykillah too at the time?
Yeah.
So him, and I used to go to the studio with him, and one of the studios he went to was the same studio she would go to. So it all like came together. Like I used to be around like everybody kind of all in like the same type of rooms. And I used to be around her. She always just show love. She always just say, me and Brad used to look alike, and then she used to, I still on my Instagram to this day. She shouted my song out too. She made a little video. She was like, "To what you want." She was saying, "What you want out now." And she was just showing love, but I ain't got nothing bad to say about Latto. Like she.
What you want really put you in the industry. What other artists they reached out to you since then because of that song?
A lot for real. Man, like I told you, I met like Latto around that time, Famous and them, Famous Ocean, Kung Fu, Shakari. It was like a gang of other influencers and stuff. It was like a lot of label people too, like the behind the scenes people I was meeting. A lot of radio people, like a lot of the radio stations out here, like I was meeting those type of people. It was a lot. I couldn't even just sit here and name everybody because I'm gonna forget somebody, but like it was a lot of different type of people.
For sure.
That really how I got known.
Now, you said your childhood didn't shape you to even make you think, well, I ain't gonna say didn't shape you, but you didn't think you was gonna be an artist.
I did.
What, did anything in your childhood push you to have like an artist background though? Like,
yeah,
that made you want to think, go ahead.
I ain't even cause you. I come from music for real. Like I told you, he's an homegrown man. My cousin, he does music professionally. My mom's side of the family, that's the side where he's on. We come from, everybody know how to sing, everybody know how to dance. I had a great uncle, he rest in peace, he actually passed, but he was signed to Motown back in the 60s. He was like a drummer for them, and he had music out at the time and stuff. So like, music in my blood. I always knew I was going to be an entertainer. Like I knew I was going to do something. I used to make beats. I was going to be a producer maybe. I was going to maybe act. I was gonna do something like in the entertainment field, especially like with that being said, like with my background. But I just never knew I was gonna be a rapper. But when it happened, it happened. It was kind of like God's plan. Like, for real, for real, for real.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, what from your childhood you feel like shaped you into the man you are today?
I grew up an only child. I have a sister, but she way older than me, so we didn't grow up necessarily together. Like I said, my parents were older, so like a lot of stuff that was like stuff like when you go to school, you try to learn yourself, figure yourself out. You try to figure out what group you want to be in, who you want to be, and you know what's cool to you, what's not cool to you. Like just basically figuring out who I was as a man, like being like not really like being kind of like a loner, I guess you could say, and then like having to like figure myself out along that process. I say like what kind of like shaped me for real the most, cause it was like I had to really figure out who I wanted to be. It's like okay, I'm cool with them over there, but do I want to do what they doing too? I'm cool with them over there, but do I want to do what they doing? Like, so you gotta just gotta find your lane and stick with it.
Did you ever get caught up in the street side that normally they say the inner city kids get caught up in?
I mean, I feel like if you in certain environments, you gonna know certain people, you gonna be around certain stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. But I always been focused on what I'm here for, which is get my music going, feed my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm an entrepreneur. I got business going on for real. Like I've been focused ever since I was young. I always been focused. Never been no crash out. Never been no just out here. Like I've been focused.
Now you said you got business. What kind of business you want to put a shameless plug in for yourself?
Yeah. Shout out Blue Room Kitchen ATL. It's my cooking business. I got a catering company. We do all different types of events. As far as food goes, and I also got a car detailing business. Southside Mobile.
You be cooking, bro?
Yeah,
I mean to cut you off, but Sean, you be cooking?
Yeah, I know how to cook for real.
What? Is that what you want to go to school for?
I'm one of them rappers that could cook for real.
You know you gotta do the skit to it.
What, cooking?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, I do need to though, for real. Cause a lot of people don't even know I get down like that.
Yeah, you know, like with the music nowadays, when it comes down to it, it's not enough just to put out a song or put out a music video.
You gotta show that personality.
Yeah, man, you gotta do something on the inside. Like, you gotta do a reel. You gotta do even what you could do cooking. That's something different. Like, you know, they had like the rappers doing like cooking with like who did that shit? Was it Kevin Gates or something?
It was him. I just seen Moneybag. He be cooking with artists.
Jada Youngin did it too.
Yeah.
All of them did it.
Erica Banks, she got like a cooking thing too. I seen that.
Yeah,
I need to do that for real.
Do that, bro.
Yeah,
do that.
I need to get out there and show folks.
Do that.
I get down. I throw that out for real.
So how do you feel about like music not being enough no more? Do you feel like it's kind of intrusive to feel like you got to put your personal life on the internet for people to kind of gravitate towards you, or are you just like shit, just a part of the game?
I ain't gonna lie, when I started doing music, I knew I was gonna be an entertainer. So I always knew it was gonna be bigger than just making rap songs. I knew like I was gonna have to like do more or show more. Like I always looked at myself as an entertainer. Like I used to always say that. So as far as like showing personality, I just take what comes with it. For real.
For sure. Now I seen you had went on a college tour. Tell me a little bit about that. What was the best experiences you had?
Yeah, so this was trying to remember the timetable. This was, I believe, going into like the whole grown man era, but I went on I definitely went, yeah, this was right before the whole grown man era, right after the billboards and all that. This was in between that. But I ended up going on a whole little college tour. We went to Columbus State. We went to, if I ain't mistaken, we went to Albany State. We went to a gang of colleges for real, and we did different stuff for their homecoming. Like they had like a big homecoming, you know, the homecoming season. All the colleges doing stuff, so they had after parties. They had this, they had that. So we was really hitting it state to state or like city to city. Like we was on it.
What's the most memorable experiences you had from that?
I ain't gonna lie, when I was performing at Columbus State, it was just a little group of girls. They was sitting to like the side. So when I was performing, they was like showing us the most love than everybody else. So like I had walked over to them and I started rapping to them like close to their face. They was like, oh my God. Yeah. They had their little flashes, Carol. I feel like the man that day.
Now, yeah. I had this conversation before. Like, we know that when it comes down to music, the biggest consumers of music, really the biggest consumers of anything, but when it comes down to music, is the women.
So, that.
Like when it come down to you wanting to be something, you gotta, in a sense, I'm not gonna say cater yourself completely, but you gotta make yourself lovable to the female fans. How do you feel about, I guess you could say, niggas who don't care as much as that? You think that's gonna fuck with their career, or do you feel like that'll bother their career? Or how do you feel in general just about your fan base?
I feel like if you only making music for for I ain't gonna say the streets, but if you only making music for, I'll say a majority male fan base, because you know females like to listen to specific stuff. Like they'll turn up, but they really like listening to like real music. So if you somebody that ain't really, you just trying to do the turn up, you ain't really trying to like appeal to them and what they like to listen to, I feel like you just holding your music back for real. Because men like support, but they only support for as long as it's like cool to support you.
Yeah.
Women, they gonna support you, and no matter what allegations come out about you, no matter what the news or the blogs say, whatever, they gonna ride with you.
That's a fact. You could be a whole snitch and they still gonna rock
Bro,
with you if your music.
You could be a whole freaking anything out
I
here.
ain't gonna
They
lie.
still rapping R. Kelly.
I was just about to say that.
Like,
I was about to say that.
Females,
That's
man,
a fact, though.
You gotta lock in on the females for sure.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to the fan base, you gotta lock in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You gotta lock
That's
in.
what's gonna push your music forward. Like, how
Gotta
do you?
lock in.
And I guess you could say too, when you're focusing on that side of the music, it kind of takes you away from the bullshit, and it keeps
It's
you away
true.
from certain rap beefs and
Yeah.
shit like that.
I feel like it's a fact, cause you ain't you so busy with them, you ain't even got the time to be beefing with so and so and dropping diss songs and all this. You focused on feeding them.
Yeah, and being honest, shit, when you doing that, it make you work on yourself anyway, because you ain't looking at nobody else. You ain't looking at what another nigga doing. You're like, I gotta better myself.
Exactly.
Every time. Now, I seen you was in the Tubi movie too. My boy,
Yeah.
Tubi star.
Yeah, I'm really an actor too on the level for real.
For sure. What's the name of the movie you was in? Or the show?
It was called Two Brothers. It's still on Tubi if you want to go see it. I got some scenes in there. It was based in like the early 2000s if I ain't mistaken. But it was something about like it was this kid that was like this like upcoming rap star at the time or whatever, and it was a whole playoff like that. I can't remember the whole storyline. I know I'm in the scenes where they had like a little rap battle, and like I said, it was like based in the early 2000s. We was all like that in big clothes, all that. So yeah.
How did you get your role in that movie?
I found out about it through my cousin on the Wildlife 100. That's on Grown Man. He was in it, so he told me about it and introduced me to the director of it and the whole directing team or whatever. So I ended up locking in with them, and yeah, that's how that went about.
Now you said you were scared to be figure a little fire in this motherfucker. You said you didn't want to be signed nobody, you want to be independent. Is this because certain allegations like the diddler?
Yeah.
You don't want to go.
Started talking about the diddler. Hey, look, yeah, I ain't listen. I can do what I need to do by myself. I ain't finna be at no party doing nothing, giving up nothing else. I'm straight on that.
So when your song probably ain't getting no invites like that to no parties though?
Hell nah. If it was a Diddy party, I don't even know if I would've went for real. I don't even know. I've been hearing about them. Before all this, I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing about that.
Yeah.
Like, especially for like little industry folks, you be hearing about like little stories like that. The more it come out though, you realize that shit be real. Like,
shit, now what's the craziest story you done heard? It ain't even gotta be Diddy.
man.
Cause he under fire right now.
I ain't gonna lie, I heard like all type of stuff. Like,
You ain't got to say nobody name, you feel me? You ain't gotta fuck yourself over, but what's the craziest story you should have heard?
type of stuff. Like, just that, I ain't gonna say no name, but just like you go to, parties and you think, they're just sweet and they be in there doing stuff. They be in there trying to try folks and they be in there
Spiking your drinks and shit.
Yeah, drugs, all that stuff. Like, they be in there, trying to see who they can like manipulate. I put it that way. So
Now they say they be starting with the stylists and shit like that. Like that's why you don't want to be signed. Is that part of the reason why you don't want to be signed? Cause you don't want to deal with no extras, or you just don't want to be signed because you just don't want to be signed.
yeah, I just don't want to be signed for real. I think I had that feeling before any of that, like before I even knew about any of that. So I want to be able to be in control of what I got going on, for real. That's pretty much it.
How much leverage you feel like that give you compared to having a industry backing, or you know what I'm saying, the big bag that a label will give you?
See, it's tricky, bro, because it's harder, but it all depends though. Like if you willing to do the work, because I ain't gonna lie, if you get out here and you meet if you really, I ain't gonna lie, I done met like a lot of these people that's behind these artist marketing, like the people that really do like the stream farms and the freaking that really be working with these influencers and that be behind these blogs and that be doing all that. If you can get to them and you can afford to invest in yourself, I ain't gonna lie, like it ain't even like the label gonna not signing gonna hold you back. Like if you could do that, you could go up for real. But obviously not everybody got the money to just spend as much as the label. You know what I'm saying? But once again, it goes back to how you choose to go about it and be smart. Because all that is a loan. You get your credit right, you could do what you need to do to get a loan from anywhere. You can go to the bank. You don't have to sign to them. You could do it how they do it.
Yeah,
you get to know the people. You get your own funding, and you get you a good song, bro. You don't have to sign. That's everything. Everything that they was gonna do, you could do for yourself. You just got to do the research, find the people, and invest.
That was smart. Camera finna stop. Stop. Nah, that's smart though, for real though, cause you know, like with 21, when he before he signed to any major label, he blew himself up. Like he started investing in himself. So when a label did sign him, he can ask for more. Yeah.
Latto used to do that too. I seen he used to invest in like the blogs and all that.
That's crazy. Anyway.
Latto used to do that though. He used to invest in the blogs and all that. Like
for sure. Like it gives you more leeway for when, even if you don't, for example, even if you don't want to sign to a label, once you blow yourself up, it gives you the leeway to be like, I ain't got to sign with you, but I can work with you on something. Yeah. And I can set my own ground rules on how I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's the best part about that. So I definitely get that too. Now, like I said, you said you got, what song you said you got coming up in 2024? Cool as a Fan?
It's going to be called Cool as a Fan. It's going to be my next single.
For sure. Tell us a little bit about that.
I really think everybody going to like it. It's going to be coming off, obviously, the last drop, which was Grown Man. So we're going to still be doing certain things similar to the rollout. You're going to see me working with certain people. You're going to see me promoting it like on the social medias and stuff. And it's going to be fun. I got a whole dance to this song.
Oh, you bringing back the dance wave?
Yeah, I got a whole dance to this song. So it's going to be different seeing me promoting this song, but it's going to be good. Like it's going to be a movement.
Like it's going to get you, what you mean different? Like it's getting you a little bit out your comfort zone, with people
right,
seeing
like something they probably ain't seen from me before, but I'm gonna do it because it's still me, and I'm trying to like step out of that box.
For sure. Now, is that gonna be the single to the next project, or that just the next single?
As of right now, that's the plan. That's the single leading into the project. So that's what we got on the agenda right now.
And what's the name of the project? Or you don't have a name yet?
I give you an exclusive. It's gonna be called Pressure Makes Diamonds. Okay. That's gonna be the name of my debut album. Or mixtape, whatever you want to call it.
What made you come up with that name? I like that.
My life. That's really a summary of my life. I feel like pressure made me to a diamond. Like I had to go through a lot to get here. So I feel like that's what makes you shine. For real.
What's one of those pivotal pressure points that made you into a diamond?
Man, real life. See, it's the part that artists ain't gonna tell you about, but real life, trying to get your money right, bills still going on, you still got your career you trying to do, and you still trying to make sure you putting food on the table, stuff like that, like financially for sure. Of course, like just in your personal life, just I done fell out with somebody like that was like, I don't call nobody my best friend, but somebody that was like my brother for real. Like I done fell out with him, fell out with a lot of females I was dealing with along this way. I done fell out with just different people I thought that, you know, had a lot of love for me. They ain't even around no more. Just being able to get up after you done fell down. You gotta think I've been doing music for about 5-6 years now. So I've been trying to get over that hurdle of being like, you know, Billboard top, whatever type of artist. So like I done invested into myself. I done met this person. I done did that. I done did this. So just like the ability to keep getting up, keep fighting, don't give up. That'd be pressure in itself. And you gotta always think what's next, how you gonna do it different. You know what I'm saying? All that family stuff. I done lost, bro, in the span of like 6 months, I lost like, I went to like 3 funerals in 1 month, but in the span of not 6 months, in the span of like 2 months, I lost 4 people. So like that just recently happened. So it'd be a lot going on. So that's why I said all that make you feel me?
You want to talk about any of that or no?
I ain't trying to talk about that. But just know, like, you know, everything all right now for sure.
For sure. Yeah, I wish the best for you mentally and everything like that. Anything, anybody on the project that we should be looking out for?
Brand gonna be on there for sure. I'll make sure he on every project.
That's a dynamic duo. Y'all like Stephen Clay.
That what they say. Hey, I was around somebody the other day. They said, it'll be a sad day. Jay and Brand split up.
Man, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie to you.
Somebody said that the other day to me.
You scroll down your music videos, y'all can see each other from back when bro had the big afro.
Yeah, I say that's my brother for real.
For sure.
But him on there, you might see a big feature. I ain't gonna say like big, but you might see like somebody in the city on there having some motion. Sure. I'm gonna keep that in the wraps right now. We working on that, but you might see at least one person like that, and then I don't know from there. You feel me? We gonna see. We gonna see how it go.
You got your rollout for how you gonna plan your promotion for this tape?
We working on the single right now, so by the time we get to the album, when it get closer, I'll have a more defined rollout by then.
For sure.
We got some stuff we gotta do with this single first.
Okay. Now, is there anything else that folks can look forward to seeing you in 2024?
I ain't gonna lie, like, it really ain't no telling. Like, of course, music-wise, what I got going on, but, you know, you gonna see my businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, I got businesses that, I got going on, so you gonna see me doing a lot of stuff with that, getting that off the ground. I'm working on something big with that, too. Like, I got, like, a big venture plan that's gonna tie all that together. You gonna see my clothing line. I got a clothing line, too. You feel me? You gonna see the music, like I said. You might see me in another little movie, another little something soon.
Get up in there, bro. Do another cameo. You feel me? Get up in the movies.
Nah, for sure.
That's another way to blow. Anything that's like putting yourself in front of that camera, behind the camera, however you want to say it. Yeah. It's another way to blow, bro. Just like get out there and do it. It's all it's about.
They gotta see your face. That's the number one thing. People gotta know what you look like, and they gotta keep seeing you. Cause they keep seeing you, they're gonna be like, "Who is that?" And that's what you want. You want people to be like, "Who is that?"
And the thing is, a lot of folks they be scared to do it.
Right.
They be questioning themselves, or they knock themselves out the game before they even get in the game. Right. But they really, bro, just turn it on and do it. Right. You're gonna get better as you go with time. You dig what I'm saying? Right. But nah, before we get up out of here, what do you want the people to know you for? Or where do you see yourself in the next 5 years that's gonna make people know you for something?
I want everybody to know me for being a man of God, family man, businessman, a hustler, and just overall just somebody that's gonna keep going. I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing about me. Like, I might get out, but I keep fighting and I get better with time. You feel me? So that's really it. That's me for real in a nutshell.
Now, being a man of God though in this industry, right? You know it's tough. You have to keep that next to you real tight.
Yeah, I'm on that now. Like I'm getting closer to him, so that like I'll be ready for all that.
For sure. But now, y'all, this has been another one here at BehdetyTv. You did what I'm saying with Jaykillah. Make sure y'all go get everything. Grown man. Go stream
I've been
movie.
on my grown man. Everything.
Y'all go stream that. You know what I'm saying? Do them drops. Go follow him. And you know what I'm saying? Look out for the next project that he got coming. Look out for the next song he got coming. Cool as a fan. His next single. You know what I'm saying? And tap in with my boy. Go ahead and put your Instagram on there.
Yeah, y'all can get at me on Instagram. Instagram, YouTube is like this, and TikTok. It's all at Jaykillah, at JAYYKILLAH. And Twitter, well, they call it X now, but Twitter, I'm on that Jaykillah, spelled the same way with one at the end.
For sure. Like I said, y'all go tap in with my boy, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all be goddamn. Keep your head on the motherfucking swivel. You know what I'm saying? Tune into my videos, like and share. I'm gonna have his name in there tagged just so you can go figure out who he is anyway. This man got some good work coming out. You did what I'm saying? Go tap in.
Man.
Yeah, for sure.
My boy. Appreciate you, man.
Be safe, bro.
For sure.
You can talk. I don't even know.